When you are complimented by someone, does that make you feel good? Yeah? All right. When you are complimented by someone, does that make you feel, does that create a stronger bond between you and that person in general? Yeah? One of the simple things that can make a difference is compliments. So, would you agree that if you compliment someone, it's going to make them feel more motivated? Right? Would you agree that if you compliment someone, it's going to create a better bond between you and that person? Yeah? All right. So here's the question. How often do you compliment someone? If you were to think about it, do you actually on a daily basis compliment someone? You may do it by happenstance from time to time, but I genuinely do believe we went back to having clear goals and clear vision. I said the macro vision for Howard Schultz was in 5 years' time everyone will have a coffee cup in their hand. But that's macro. Bring it down to micro. And some of the micro goals that you can have that will make a real difference to you, that will make a real difference to how your brand is perceived, that will make a real difference to how your business grows, or what kind of growth you can get, is micro goals. Things like, what do I want my attitude to be? The next one is, have a goal to compliment someone every day. It's a simple goal. And I would ask you actually to write that goal down here, that I'm going to compliment someone every day. Now, I have to say that a few times people have said to me, well, what if you haven't got the opportunity to compliment someone every day? And people say, well, the compliment has got to be genuine and real. But my basic view is that if you're working in an organization where you can't find one reason every day to compliment someone, wow, I'm not sure whether you should be in that organization or you've got a major challenge to actually improve the situation. But a simple goal that can make a real difference to you is compliment someone. A simple goal that can make a real difference for you is hear the words thank you every day. Now, I'm using this phrase carefully. I'm asking you to hear the words thank you. You can have a goal to hear the words thank you. And by that I mean that you go into work, and my goal today is I'm going to hear the words thank you. Not just kind of have them go over me. If you go into work with a goal, micro goal, to hear the words thank you, you're going to make an effort to do something to hear the words thank you. Yeah. When you start hearing the words thank you every day from your colleagues or from your clients, you're starting to create a better relationship with that client, with that. Another couple of tips that I will give you to help you create a better brand experience and emotional transaction. Ask yourself, how many positive words I use each day? Now, by that I mean, how often do you say something is excellent, or you say a customer or a client is excellent, a piece of work is good, is fabulous, is brilliant, etc. And I do believe that if you set yourself a goal to use positive words, it can make a real difference to how you're perceived. How you're perceived is going to determine the kind of emotional transactions that you generate. And when you create that ET feeling, that ET moment, it's going to make a difference. Partly because you use positive words. And I actually use this a lot when I'm putting RFPs or proposals together, when I'm dealing with a client. I regularly, simple little exercise you can do is I go onto the Googler, okay? And as I say, I Google on the Bing, all right? So I Google on the Bing for positive words. I look at the list of positive words. I mean, there's a lot of different websites out there with hundreds and hundreds of positive words. And I ask myself, is there any particular positive word there that I could use that would be very, very appropriate for the presentation or for the sales pitch that I am making? And if you, when you're making your presentations, drop in 2 or 3 positive words in a 30-minute presentation, 45-minute presentation or conversation, your client is quite likely to leave that presentation saying positive things about you, because you're coming across as being upbeat and have a good attitude, and yet they may not really know why they've got that feeling, but what has created the emotional transaction. It's like Bob being stuck in a Starbucks drive-thru for 12 minutes. He can't articulate why he wants to be stuck in a Starbucks drive-thru for 12 minutes. But it's not just the head, it's the heart as well. One of the things about my homeland, Ireland, which is a welcoming, wonderful, magical, mystical land. It's a land of legends and of leprechauns. And one legend has it that at the end of every rainbow, you'll find a leprechaun and a pot of gold. Now, leprechauns are small, fairy-like creatures that bring you good luck, well-being, and happiness. And I remember my granddad said they were only about this size. But leprechauns bring you well-being and happiness. And also, they say that late at night, they say this back in the village, that late at night, if you're very lucky, and if you're very quiet, you can sometimes see leprechauns dancing on mushrooms. That's right, not smoking mushrooms, dancing on mushrooms. Especially when they are happy because leprechauns have reached out and helped someone in need. Leprechauns dancing on mushrooms, helping someone in need. Now that's a pretty rosy story, and as you move further and further away from the magic and from the mystery of your childhood, why, it's one you might not even believe. But one thing you can believe, though, is that you can bring the colours of the rainbow, you can bring the magic of the leprechaun, and you can bring the spirit of that Irish legend into your heart and into the heart of others when you reach out and help someone you know who's going through tough times today. The gift of gab, goals, attitudes, behaviour. If you had a goal to reach out and help someone in need today, and I would bet that everyone here in this room knows someone today who is struggling. That's the world that we're living in. But if you were to reach out and help someone, you can make a difference to that person. And when you reach out and help that person, you may well actually sow a seed. And that next person may reach out and help someone else, and the next person may reach out and help someone else, and the next person may reach out and help someone else. Every one of us here has been someone else at some stage. And some of the micro goals that you can have that will make a real difference to you, that will make a real difference to how your brand is perceived. One is have a clear goal and clear vision. Two is ask yourself the question, what do I want to be famous for? Ask yourself, am I using positive words? Ask yourself, will I be perceived as being a positive person? And the final one that can make a real difference, I will give you here, that will make a real difference to how you are perceived and your relationship with your clients is next time you're having a conversation with a client, listen to what you're saying and ask yourself, do you ever actually mention the client's name in the conversation? And I promise you, Sherry, that when you actually mention the client's name in the conversation, which we don't naturally do, it helps to create a better relationship. It helps to create a better positive feeling of bonding with your client. It is dead simple. And if you're not used to doing it, which most of us are not used to doing it, you will actually struggle to do it for the first few times. But they're simple little things that can make a real difference to how you create that brand experience.